In Hindu religion, the scientific chronology of Earth's evolution is explained through the mythological story of Vishnu's 10 incarnations. Vishnu is not to be confused with Vishnu. Vishnu or Narayan is one of the most respected prophet of Hinduism. In Hindu religion, Vishnu is synonym with Paramatma, that is Ishvara. Every living being has a soul, that is Atma, which is part of Paramatma. How Vishnu evolved from nothing to today's human form is explained by the mythology of 10 incarnations of Vishnu, that is 10 various states of soul, that is Atma. 10 incarnations of Vishnu are Matsya, fish, Kurma, that is tortoise, Varaha, that is boar, Nrsimha, that is half man, half animal, Vaman, that is dwarf. Then comes Parashuram, human form, Ram, human form, Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Buddha, and last is Kalki. Long ago, through the will of Ishvara, portion of hot gaseous material escaped from sun and started rotating around sun in parts. On being cooled, they consolidated into different planets. One such planet became Earth. At the initial stage, Earth was full of fire. On being cooled, it turned into water. First animal life which came to planet Earth was fish, that is Matsya. Paleozoic, Silurian, Devonian time period of Earth evolution is known as fish period of Earth evolution. During that time, Veda dealt with the art of procreation. Fish was the first animal incarnation of Vishnu. The next period of Earth evolution was the Carboniferous epoch of the Paleozoic era, that is time when life was amphibious. Here animal learned to live by taking oxygen directly from air. Second incarnation of Vishnu was in the form of tortoise, that is an animal which can live in both water and land. The third incarnation of Vishnu was in the form of boar, that is Varaha. Here the character of the animal is, though it lives on land, but it feels comfortable in slash and mud. It learned to give birth on earth and was a mammal. It is Eocene, Paleocene epoch in the tertiary period of Earth's evolutionary process. The fourth incarnation of Vishnu was Nrsimha, that is half man, half animal. For example, chimpanzee, orangutan, gorilla, etc. are part human, part animal. As per mythology, Nrsimha vanquished the harmful Hiranyakashipu through the use of his teeth and nail. In evolution, food for human consumption was continuously destroyed by insects. The humans were living in forest and their main staple food was banana. Banana plantation was being destroyed by a type of insect. Here the half man, half animal Nrsimha developed a technique to save the banana plantation from the insects by use of its teeth and nail and saved the food for human consumption. Till date, these banana insects are enemies of orangutan, baboon, etc. Thus, bananas took a very special place in Hindu religious functions, as it always remained very important food for human survival. This was Oligocene, Miocene epoch of Cenozoic era of Earth's evolution. The fifth incarnation of Vishnu was known as Vaman, that is dwarf. It is in the Neogen period of Miocene division of evolution. In this form, man was standing on two legs but took help of hands to move, and in height it was almost half the size of today's man. It is known as Vaman, that is dwarf avatar of Vishnu. Sixth avatar of Vishnu was the full form of human, that is Parashuram. He took the help of an axe for his survival. He was not surviving on physical strength alone, but by intellectually devising means of survival. He learned the use of axe in cleaning the forest for agriculture. He also learned the use of fire. That is why in mythology he is called Agnihotri, that is one who learned to control the use of Agni, that is fire. Parashuram killed Kartabijarjun, known as Kshatriyotri, and made Kshatriyas ruthless 21 times during his lifetime and put his axe on Mother Earth's chest to justify his duty. Kartabijarjun is a hardwood, huge tree with 1,000 branches. Parashuram discovered the axe and used the axe to clean the forest of Kartabijarjun trees time and again. He developed the technique of using axe to clean the forest and to make the land suitable for agriculture. From his time, human existence saw agriculture-based human civilization, and Parashuram became invincible through the use of his new weapon, that is his axe. Parashuram, as the harbinger of agricultural revolution, was respected as the sixth incarnation of Vishnu. Parashuram was in the Pleistocene epoch of the Quaternary period of Earth's evolution. That is the time period when only primitive method of agriculture were known to men. The seventh avatar, that is seventh incarnation of Vishnu, was Ram. He used a bow and arrow and could attack from a distance. His bow and arrow proved more effective than axe in ensuring safety against ferocious animal and enemies. Ram's bow and arrow proved superior to Parashuram's axe. From the time of Lord Rama, actual human civilization on the basis of the kingdom started. He introduced the importance of public opinion in making state laws. Ram not only introduced democracy, but he also saved Ahalya and started using plough to make agriculture in the fallow land. Fallow land is called Ahalya. Ram is also called Sitapati, that is Lord of Sita. Shita in Sanskrit means iron made plowhead. He introduced the use of plowhead in agriculture. Common people used his innovative techniques for vast improvement in agriculture, and it resulted in the economic upliftment of the common men. Ram was from the Holocene epoch of the Cenozoic era of Earth's evolution. Eighth incarnation was Lord Krishna. He was a perfect human being from all sides. He propagated the utility of knowledge in science, philosophy, and ethical values. He set the standard of good and evil. He introduced modern thinking in political theory, where all humans can live in peace and with dignity. Vishnu's ninth incarnation was Lord Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama or Buddhadev. Based on his philosophy, Buddhism, a separate religion, was established. He gave the world sweetest three words, ahimsa paramadharma, that is, non-violence is the greatest virtue. The 10th incarnation of Vishnu is Kalki, which means one who will eradicate the suffering of common mass by use of artificial intelligence, which may also result ultimately in annihilation of present-day earth. This was predicted by Veda as its first sloka. It is called Nashoda Mantra, which is as follows.
नाशदाशिन्यशदाशीत तदानीं नाशिद्रजो नभ्योमापरो यत् किमावरीव कुहकस्य सर्वणं ह्य किमाशिदगहनं गभीरं न मृत्युराशीद मृत्युं न तर्हीणरात्रया अन्य आशीत प्रकेतः आनीदवतां स्वध्वया त्वदेकं तस्माद्ध्यान्यः परः किं चणाशः तमः अशीततमसागुदमग्रे अप्रकेतं शलीलं स्वर्वमामीदं तच्छूयेनाभ्यपिहितं यदाशित् तपश्चम रह्नीना जायतैकम् ॐ।
This says neither non-existence nor existence was manifested then. Before creation and during dissolution, there was neither dust, that is earth, nor the great sky, or anything greater else beyond. What veil then covered the all-pervading blissful? Was it a vast mass of water thrown upward by conjurer? How deep and unfathomable was the water? There was neither death nor immortality then, nor was there any sign of night or day. Then there was darkness, otherwise called ignorance, avidya, maya, wrapped all around in the deep darkness of unrecognition. The seed of universe was yet to sprout out then. Reality was veiled by ignorance, devoid of essence, and out of the growing glory of ignorance there emerged one single being called Prathamajo or Hiranyagarbha, which the Hindus call Ishvara.